Do you really know yourself well? I bet you don't. And now we'll prove it to you. 9 shocking facts about the human body that will amaze you. Number 1. Sweat doesn't have a bad odor. You probably won't believe this. Clearly, you've never smelled my socks, you might say. And besides, if sweat doesn't stink, why do we need all these deodorants and lotions? In reality, sweat itself truly has no smell, as it's mostly made up of water. However, it also contains acids secreted by apocrine glands. The bacteria living on your skin break down these acids, and it's the byproducts of their metabolism that produce that unpleasant odor. Number 2. The eyes see the world upside down. Essentially, the human eye is like a unique camera. Instead of a diaphragm, it has an iris that contracts and expands the pupil to let in the right amount of light. Then, the lens acts as a biconvex lens. The rays passing through it refract, and the projection of the visible object ends up inverted. Then why don't we see the world upside down, you might ask? The thing is, our brain flips the image back separately for each eye, making it match reality. It's believed that newborns see the world upside down until about 3 weeks of age. Gradually, the baby's brain learns to perceive the world as it truly is. Number 3. Our bodies host 3 kilograms of bacteria. If you think you're the sole inhabitant of your body, you're mistaken. The number of bacteria living in the human body is 3 times greater than the number of its own cells. However, compared to our skeleton and muscles, they weigh relatively little, about 1 to 3 kilograms. But that's not all. We're also home to archaea, fungi, viruses. Some do genuinely useful things like aiding digestion and protecting against harmful organisms. Others simply exist without bothering us. And some, well, their purpose remains a mystery. Now try to live with this knowledge. Number 4. Humans produce cyanide. Cyanide has been used for centuries as a poison, pesticide, and even as a chemical weapon. Just 0.1 grams of this substance is enough to kill a 70-kilogram person. Yet surprisingly, we constantly consume small amounts of cyanide, for example, when eating apples or spinach. Moreover, cyanide is produced during respiration. A healthy person contains up to 50 micrograms of this substance per 100 grams of tissue. The good news, it doesn't accumulate in cells and is quickly eliminated through urine and breath. Number 5. There are more than 4 blood types. If someone asks you how many blood types exist in the world, you'll probably say 4. After all, that's what they taught you in school. The first 0, about 48% of the population. The second A, 36%. The third B, 11%. And the fourth AB, 5%. Well, that's not entirely accurate. In reality, there are 43 blood types in the world. At least that's how many have been identified by the International Society of Blood Transfusion as of 2021. And many of them are named after the patients in whom the corresponding antibodies were first discovered. What's more, it's entirely possible that new ones will be found in the future. Number 6. Wrinkly wet fingers are actually useful. Have you stayed too long in the bath or pool and your fingers got all pruny? That's no accident. Scientists have discovered that in high humidity, the body triggers a special mechanism to wrinkle fingers specifically to improve grip on wet surfaces. A study at Newcastle University confirmed that people with water-wrinkled skin on their fingers and toes have better traction on slippery floors. Number 7. You can't tickle yourself. Try tickling yourself. It won't work. But when someone else tickles you, you might squirm, laugh, or even try to escape. Scientists believe tickling evolved as a defense mechanism against insects, spiders, and other creepy crawlies that could harm us. If someone else tickles you, your brain interprets it as a potential threat, But when you try to tickle yourself, your brain anticipates the sensation and cancels the danger response. Hence, no giggles. Number 8. People produce a bottle of saliva per day. Our salivary glands produce 2 to 6 glasses of saliva daily, about a 1.5-liter bottle. Over 10 years, that's enough to fill an entire swimming pool. No, I'm not swimming in that. But don't worry, you haven't drowned in it yet because you reflexively swallow it constantly. At night, though, it's a different story. Since people can't swallow while asleep, the body reduces saliva production to prevent choking. That's why you wake up with a dry mouth. Number 9. People are made of stars. This is the most poetic thing I've ever heard. We're all made of stardust. Every atom in your body came from an exploded star. And quite possibly, the atoms in your left hand belong to a completely different star than those in your right hand. It's true. The 6 most common elements of life on Earth, making up more than 97% of the human body's mass, are carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, and phosphorus. All of them were born in the process of nuclear fusion in stars billions of years ago, even before the sun and solar system formed. So yes, we are made of stars. And so is everything around us: people, animals, mountains, water, and air. Absolutely everything. Well, did you learn something new about yourself? If so, write in the comments what exactly. We're really curious. That's all for now. Like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to learn something else new, just pick our next video. Bye for everyone.